Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and whichever time you're watching this, welcome to SSC Second Static and Current. In this video, we are going to discuss about Grand Slams 2022. Grand Slams are the tennis tournaments, okay, and basically there are four Grand Slams, and we will discuss about all those four Grand Slams in this video because it is the high time to discuss this because all the four Grand Slams has been completed. The last one to complete was US Open, which was recently over. Okay, so let us discuss about this, but before moving forward, please subscribe to Second Static and Current because in this channel we provide current affairs and other general knowledge related content which can be helpful in any competitive exams in future, be it state PSCs, UPSCs, railways, or banking. So have you subscribed to the channel? So let us proceed. So let us talk about Grand Slams. The Grand Slam tournaments, also referred to as majors, okay, they are also known as majors, are the world's four most important annual professional tournaments. Okay, there are basically four Grand Slam tournaments which are the most important annual professional tennis tournaments, and they offer the most ranking points, prize money, public and media attention, and the greatest strength and size of the field, and the longest matches for men. The tournament are overseen by International Tennis Federation. Okay, ITF looks over this tournament. So which are those four Grand Slams? Let us see this in chronological order from starting of the year to the end of the year. In the starting, in the first, we have Australian Open, which is usually conducted in January, and then we have French Open, and then Wimbledon Open, and then US Open. All these four Grand Slams are conducted in a year-long time, starting from Australian Open and then ending with US Open, AFWU, Australian, French, Wimbledon, US. You can remember in this particular sequence only. So this is it. And all these Grand Slam, each Grand Slam, there are five categories. Okay, each Grand Slam, in one Grand Slam there is one men's single title, there is one women's single title, one men's double title, one women's double title, and mixed double. In men's single, there is a competition between two players, okay, two single players in male players, and in women's single there is competition between two women players. In men's double, there is a competition between two teams of two players is okay, and they are male, of course, because it's men's double. And in women's double, there's a competition between two teams, each consisting of two women. And in mixed doubles, there are also two teams, but then in one team there is one man and one woman. Okay, so this is mixed doubles. So each Grand Slam there are these five categories. Now the Grand Slam in tennis is the achievement of winning all four major championships. Okay, basically the Grand Slam is a title, and it is the achievement of winning all four major championships in one discipline. By one discipline we mean that it's be it men's single, women's single, men's double, women's double, or mixed doubles. So in one discipline, if anybody wins all four major championships, then that particular person is said to win the Grand Slam, and this should be in the same calendar year. Okay, which means if somebody wins Australian Open in 2022, then he or she must win French Open, Wimbledon Open, and then the US Open in 2022 itself to be known as Grand Slam. Okay, and this is also known as calendar year Grand Slam. And in doubles, a team may accomplish the Grand Slam playing together, or player may achieve it with different partners. And winning all four major championships consecutively but not within the same calendar year is referred to as non-calendar year Grand Slam. Let us say there is some player who wins Wimbledon Open, and then he wins US Open, okay, in 2022, and then in 2023 he wins Australian Open and then French Open. Then there are he have won two titles in 2022 and two titles in 2023, means it's a non-calendar year which is not within the same year, and it is referred to as non-calendar year Grand Slam. Okay, remember this. And then winning the four majors at any point during the course of career is known as career Grand Slam. So if there's any player who wins all four Grand Slam but not within 1 year or any consecutive year, but within a span of his or her career, then that particular point is known as career Grand Slam. Okay, I hope these points are clear. Now let us talk about Australian Open first, which is the first of the four Grand Slam. So Australian Open, as you can see the logo on the right side of the screen. It was founded in 1905. Okay, 1905. This Australian Open tournament was founded, and it is the first of the four Grand Slams in a year. It is played in Melbourne, Australia. It is mostly played in January, as I said, in starting of the year, and it is played in hard court. Remember it, many times this question has come in exam, that Australian Open is played in which kind of court? Then the answer would be hard court. Okay, and then in Australian Open, the most singles title, that is men's single title, has been won by Novak Djokovic, who is from Serbia. Okay, he is a tennis player and he has won the most Australian Open title. And then Margaret Court from Australia has won the most singles title in women's category. So this is all about Australian Open. Now for this year 2022, who has won Australian Open? Okay, this can be the question which can come in upcoming exam. The name of the winner of Australian Open is Rafael Nadal. As you can see on the screen, here's a picture as well, and he's from Spain. And the runner-up was Daniil Medvedev, who is from Russia. Okay, so Australian Open has been won by Rafael Nadal in men's single category. And next, talking about women's single category, the Australian Open has been won by Ashleigh Barty. Okay, Ashleigh Barty is from Australia, and the runner-up was Daniel Collins, who was American. So, talking about Australian Open, men's single title, Rafael Nadal, and women's single title, Ashleigh Barty. You can see on the screen about men's double, women's double, and mixed double. You can pause the screen and see. You will get it in the PDF as well. Let us proceed to the next important tournament, which is French Open tournament. The French Open tournament, as you can see the logo of the French Open tournament, and by the logo only you can guess that it is known as Roland Garros as well. Okay, French Open was founded in 1891 and it is known as Roland Garros as well. Okay, so which tennis grand slam is known as Roland Garros? Then it would be French Open, and it is the second of the four grand slams. Australia Grand Slam was the first, and then French Grand Slam or the French Open is the second Grand Slam. It is played in Stade Roland Garros and it's a tennis court, and it is mostly played in late May till early June every year. And French Open is played in clay court. We just saw that Australian Open was played in hard court, and here you can see the French Open, which is the second of the four Grand Slams. It is played in clay court. And most singles title in men's category has been won by Rafael Nadal of Spain, okay, in the French Open. And in the French Open, most single titles in the women category has been won by Grace Evert, America. Okay, so this was about French Open. Now talking about 2022, who is the current champion for French Open? He is again Rafael Nadal. Okay, Rafael Nadal, he was the champion for Australian Open as well, and he is the current champion for French Open as well. And the runner-up is Casper Ruud, who is from Norway. Rafael Nadal, as you can see him on the screen. So this was about men's single of French Open. And talking about women's single of French Open, here you can see the picture of the beautiful lady who have won this women's single title, and she is Iga Swiatek of Poland. Okay, she has won the women's single title of the French Open, and the runner-up was Coco Gauff of United States. So this was about women's single. So French Open men's single has been won by Rafael Nadal, who is from Spain, and women's single has been won by Iga Swiatek, who is from Poland. Now, talking about men's double, women's double, and mixed double, you can see the names and the pictures on the screen. You can pause the screen and have a look, and also you will get this in the PDF. Now, let us proceed towards the next and the most important of all Grand Slams, which is Wimbledon Open. Okay, it is the most important of all Grand Slams. Why? We'll see. First of all, Wimbledon Open, as you can see the logo of the Wimbledon Open on the right side of the screen. Wimbledon Open was founded in 1877, which makes it the oldest tennis tournament in the world. Okay, so oldest tennis tournament is Wimbledon Open. This can be asked. And then it is the third of the four Grand Slams in the year. As we saw that Australian Open was the first, French Open was the second, Wimbledon Open is the third one. Okay, oldest tennis tournament, founded in 1877, and it is played in London at Wimbledon, which is in England. And then it is mostly played in June, July every year. Okay, June or July every year. And then Wimbledon Open is played in grass court. So most singles title of Wimbledon Open, very important, has been asked many times in examination. Most single title has been won by Roger Federer, Switzerland, and Roger Federer is the man who have recently taken retirement as well. Okay, so this can be very important. Roger Federer, he is a Swiss tennis player. And then most singles title in women's category has been won by Martina Navratilova, who is a Czech American tennis player. Okay, so just remember these points. Now talking about current champion of the Wimbledon Open, he is Novak Djokovic, who is from Serbia. As you can see him on the screen, a very energetic player. Novak Djokovic from Serbia is the current champion for the Wimbledon Open, and runner-up was Nick Kyrgios from Australia. Now talking about the women's single, the winner was Elena Rybakina. Okay, Elena Rybakina, and she is a Russian Kazakhstani tennis player, and she is the current women's single champion of Wimbledon Open, and runner-up was Ozebyor, who is from Tunisia. So men's single title of Wimbledon Open 2022 has been won by Novak Djokovic, the current champion, and the current champion for the women's single title of Wimbledon Open 2022 is Elena Rybakina, who is Russian Kazakhstani tennis player. Okay, and talking about men's double, women's double, and mixed double, you can see the names and the respective pictures on the screen. You can pause the screen, and also you'll be getting all this in the PDF as well. So let us proceed to the next important tennis Grand Slam, which is the last of all Grand Slam, which is US Open. Talking about US Open, as you can see the logo of US Open on the right side of the screen, it was founded in 1881, and it is the fourth and the final Grand Slam tournament of the year, and it is played annually in Queens, New York. It is mostly played in August, September every year. And US Open, it is played in hard court. We just saw that Australian Open was played in hard court, and then we saw French Open was played in clay court, and then Wimbledon Open was played in grass court, and then again, just like the Australian Open, US Open is also played in hard court. Means there are two Grand Slams which are played in hard court, which is Australian Open and the US Open. So this is it. Now let us talk about the current champion of US Open, and the current champion of US Open is a 19-year-old Spanish player who is Carlos Alcaraz. Okay, Carlos Alcaraz is the current champion of US Open 2022 Grand Slam. So this is it, and the runner-up is Casper Ruud, who is from Norway. Now talking about women's single, is again Iga Swiatek, who was the winner of the French Open, French Open 2022, Iga Swiatek, and she is also the winner of US Open 2022 women's single. So Iga Swiatek, and runner-up is again Ozebyor from Tunisia, who was also the runner-up in Wimbledon Open 2022. So this is it. And talking about the men's doubles, women's double, and mixed double, you can see the names on the screen and pictures as well, and you will get this in the PDF. So this was about US Open. Now let us see all these points in nutshell. Australian Open was established in 1905, French Open 1891, Wimbledon Open 1877, which makes it the oldest one, and US Open 1881. Again, Australian Open and US Open are both played in hard court, French Open in clay court, Wimbledon Open in grass court. Australian Open and French Open's men's single title has been won both by Rafael Nadal, who is from Spain, and Australian Open women's single title has been won by Ashley Barty, and French Open women's single title has been won by Iga Swiatek. Talking about Wimbledon Open, men's single title has been won by Novak Djokovic, who is from Serbia, and women's single title has been won by Elena Rybakina, who is Russian Kazakhstani tennis player. And talking about US Open at the last, Carlos Alcaraz, who is a 19-year-old Spanish tennis player, he is the winner of US Open 2022, and Iga Swiatek, again, who is from Poland, is the winner of US Open 2022, and she is also the winner of French Open, as already discussed. Now we have a few important questions related to the tennis and the Grand Slams, which can be important from the examination point of view. This you can see in the screen by pausing the video, and also you will get it in the PDF. And how to get the PDF of this session, you just need to follow these simple steps. You can pause the screen and just see the steps. What do you need to do? And to get the PDF of all the sessions in SSSecam, you need to follow all these steps. So this is it.